So the topic today will be interop starts with people. I think it will be pretty fundamental for the next 2 years and years beyond on the Ethereum network. Great to see everyone. Tomasz, Stańczak. I forgot to write, co-executive director for the Ethereum Foundations for the last 3 months. We're trying to accelerate, but we also care about things. So I asked today ChatGPT, what do I mean when I say interop starts with people? Because I started talking about it a few months ago when talking about these 3 paths for Ethereum. That's scale Ethereum layer 1, scale blobs, and improve interop and UX. And then when realizing how different L2s are talking to each other on Twitter and how much of uneasiness there was between builders on mainnet and builders of L2 and supporters of different ideas of how to approach the rollups on Ethereum, I said, well, you know, for us to work together and to define the standards and specifications, it's all about being friendly to each other first and realizing that we're all building on Ethereum. So it's all about communication. It's about removing that kind of uneasiness when you see, oh, like my competitor is building, should I be happy or is it the risk? I know the stress. I know the stress when the competitors are posting successes, but it's good to thrive together. And I'll show you a few examples of things that we can celebrate nowadays on Ethereum because we are here in Cannes at FCC. I think it's an amazing event and lots of people coming to all the side events, but also in the main venue, what we always wanted, and everything is very close together. And I think that FCC being close together and soon probably DevConnect in Argentina the same, bringing all the different layer 2s or even chains that operate somewhere in EVM space, but maybe as side chains, all of them would come together in a space much closer. So here we have a celebration of Robinhood chain on top of the Arbitrum stack, launching on Ethereum and mentioning Ethereum, the first Ethereum layer 2 optimized for real-world assets via Arbitrum. So amazing announcement from the CEO of Robinhood saying in one sentence, Ethereum, Arbitrum, layer 2, success, and people are happy, clapping, satisfied with the celebration of the Ethereum success. And further, today I thought, look, you know, there's question about where is that economical success, and me posting the charts from yesterday after the announcement from Robinhood, and saying, look, the markets love it. The markets want to see the traditional finance companies to onboard on Ethereum, and the markets know it's about Ethereum, and the markets know that it's about various layer 2s on Ethereum. And already hearing some responses saying, oh, look, but this is the traditional finance charts going up. But over time, everything will be moving to Ethereum. And the interop is about accepting all of this and building tooling for all the chains of Ethereum to interop and build nice UX and liquidity together and grow the pie. Also celebrating whatever happens on the path, whatever companies are celebrating them with them. Here are some announcements from a recent work of the interop group that is working on providing standards, interoperability solutions, working together with all the different L2s on how to bridge assets, how to provide the wallet solutions that not only do interop, but also care about the fundamental Ethereum values. So deliver privacy on the interchain communication, deliver the censorship resistance to the wallets. So you see open intents protocols, you see a lot of work from the account abstraction team working with the Ethereum Foundation. And here there's some info about Ethereum Foundation and Wonderland team forking Umbire wallet to add the functionality for interop. And further, here we see the alt layer celebrating the adoption on Arbitrum. And you know, every time we create a new solution, innovation on the L2s, on the interop, infrastructure providers start benefiting from that by building together with the companies that come to Ethereum, right? It's all the business that supports the infrastructure that we're building every day with a lot of effort. Here is ZK Sync leadership. celebrating Robinhood and Arbitrum. So example of L2s supporting L2s and celebrating success together and respecting each other and saying, look, this is a major milestone. We are excited, we're moving forward. Here is succinct celebrating Ethereum, all the different ZK VMs, celebrating that Ethereum Foundation now focuses a lot on the acceleration of the ZK VM. We have really a lot of good news. After recent announcements from many ZK VM builders, we see that roadmap for the real-time proving of Ethereum and scaling L1 for ZK VMs is very much accelerated, and we target some good announcements at the Dev Connect in Argentina, and lots of testing on the way there. Collaborating with multiple ZK VMs together, interop between ZK VMs as well. Here we have Sandeep talking about Robinhood, celebrating the success on Arbitrum, on Ethereum, huge win, and Ethereum's redemption arc is coming. So that's great, and I hope that we'll see Polygon celebrating with us over and over again, as well as all of us celebrating all the innovation coming from Polygon. The Ag layer, the ZK VMs that span out of Polygon, they invested so much into the research of ZK VMs, working with fantastic, super talented teams there. Here is Grow the Pie, fantastic website for tracking dashboards and the improvements of all the different L2s on Ethereum. You can check their activity, you can check the money flowing in, the transaction activity, and what's amazing is like when you add everything together, then you start seeing the exponential growth of the entire Ethereum ecosystem. Here is the Frontier Tower Ethereum house. Why I'm posting this one? Because it's Jesse retweeting, right? So Base understands that when we build in SF for Ethereum, that we're building also with Base, building with the builders that are being onboarded to the Base rollup. And here we have Jesse saying, we're bringing together 1 billion people on chain. And we do, and we're bringing them on board for the Ethereum ecosystem. Here is Risk Zero. Proud to work with the Ethereum Foundation and many other ZK VMs, speeding together ZK VM solutions. Here is Sriram retweeting Ethereum success story. 28 things in Ethereum ecosystem got done over the last few weeks. So Eigenlayer and Ethereum celebrating together the interop of solutions, ideas, and innovation. Here is the Brevis team talking about the if proofs and working on ZK VMs together. And in Berlin Interop 2 weeks ago, we had for the first time core developer interop meeting where we invited a lot of L2s, ZKs to come together for the meetings and talk with researchers and client developers. In the last 3-4 years before that, these were events that were a bit more closed in remote locations. This time we came to a city. During the Berlin Blockchain Week, it was maybe a bit more disruptive, but also much more open. Ethereum Foundation was there. I think almost like 60 people from Ethereum Foundation were on site, meeting with lots of client developers and builders. Here again, we see Altlayer celebrating the Ethereum house and wishing to co-create in the SF space. And now, for many people, it will be important to collaborate around the world in physical locations. We're waiting to start opening more of those. The support usually is just a nudge, amplification, telling that we can be there, mentoring, helping you to get sponsors from the community. It also means interop with VCs, the accelerators, those who want to bring capital to the builders, accelerate founders, benefit from that together. It's interop between the VCs and the builders and the foundation who want to have this dialogue. Here is a lot of updates about the progress, about the direction of the Ethereum protocol developments. So we see shorter slots direction, we see PeerDAS in Fusaka, we see congratulations from Arbitrum, and lots of leaders from Ethereum Foundation retweeting. And sorry for not posting any Farcaster. I am a Twitter user, but I try to appear more and more often on Farcaster, and I hope that it's the same vibe on Farcaster. It's a fantastic platform. The L2 Interop Working Group, something that I encourage everyone to start watching. There were 10 calls so far, and they happen every 2 weeks, I'm not sure. And there we update everything on the wallet standards, the interop, and the progress on that third of the tracks, or one of the three tracks, not necessarily the third one. Here we're celebrating the improvements in interop and account abstraction standard 7702 being accepted on Uniswap wallet, Unichain. So once again, L2 is celebrating the innovation coming from L1. We improve it together. Here, collaboration between account abstraction and intense interop teams at the foundation. Those teams have different approach. One is a bit more focused on acceleration and involvement of the more centralized providers about user experience. The other one looks at the strict privacy-oriented and permissionless censorship-resistant solutions. Some of them are harder, some of them are much more urgent, but we work together to bring the default privacy in a way that seems like a very, very nice UX. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you'll participate in this interop of people working together on improving Ethereum.